point, isn't it? If we take that away from young people, what do we replace it with? What's there for them to do if we're not giving them that? Well, joining us now is someone who's familiar with some of the problems that we've been discussing, local parent Lucy Smith, who's from Bradley, Stoke. Lucy, morning. You've got teenagers. What's their phone use like?
Good morning. Well, to be honest, it's not too bad now. My teens are almost out of their teens, and my eldest, she gave up her smartphone when she was 14 years old, which is quite unusual, but it had a massive impact on her mental health and a massive impact on how she felt about herself and the world around her. And by giving it up, and we didn't ask her to do it, she did it. Wow. She said, please take my phone. She realised that actually it was so harmful for her that now she still really doesn't use a smartphone in the same way as most other people would.
Gosh, that's incredibly mature to say. Yeah. I'm not even at that level of maturity, because I know my phone obviously is useful, but there's some bad stuff on there as well that I waste a lot of time on there.
Oh,
but I can't imagine myself saying, yes, take it away from me. So good on her. And you noticed a difference. Was it pretty instant?
Absolutely.
Wow.
Absolutely. But here's the thing, and it was something that Lily just mentioned. It's not just about take my phone and everything will be okay. Actually, it was take my phone, but I've got to find, and we've got to find something else to replace it, because the phone for many young people becomes the social connector. It becomes the thing that they run their life around. It's like how they get in touch with their friends. I'm in my 50s now, and we used to have a phone in the house, and so you'd pick up the phone and talk to people in the phone using that in the house. I don't even have a phone in my house anymore. Do you?
No. And this is the thing, isn't it? Actually, you can see someone on their phone and you can think, God, look at them spending all that time on the phone. Actually, they could be doing some nice things as well. You know, phones are not all bad. No. So what did you, out of interest, what did you, how were you able to replace the phone for her? Yeah.
Well, believe it or not, she actually created a guide called Simplify Your Digital Life. And what she did, like I say, quite remarkable. She looked at this thing called digital minimalism and said, right, okay, what can I get rid out of my life that makes me feel sad, that doesn't bring me happiness? And that was one of the things. And so she replaced it with trying new things. So art, going to places, visiting places, reading. And actually she found a love of reading again, which she didn't have during that time. Sort of, she had a mobile phone from the time she was kind of 8 years old. That was my fault. I enabled that, and I made that happen. So, you know, I'm not a perfect parent at all in any way, but she realised I want to do different things, and she has. And, you know, what we now, almost 6 years later, she's happy and she's balanced, and she was able to get out there. There is one thing I will add here, though, okay? My children are neurodivergent, so she's autistic and has a different way of thinking and doing things. And actually children who are autistic and ADHD will have additional challenges around phone use and are more vulnerable around their phone use.
God, it's absolutely fascinating the what your daughter got up to. Are you sure she's 40? She was 14 and not 34 when she was doing it, or 44? Is it?
I can't do it myself. I can't
Incredible.
do it myself.
And so, Lucy, when you hear today's news that the Prime Minister's asking tech companies to sort of take control and lead on this, is that right? Should they take responsibility, or should it come down more to parents or even the government?
I think they have to take some responsibility, and this is a whole systems thing, and not to go too academic in a bit, you know, but the tech companies have created a business model that relies on taking our attention and taking the space in our brains, and have taken that part up from us. That's their business model. They have made a damn sight, you know, an incredible amount of money out of this, and I think it is part of their responsibility to help save it and help fix it. And we can do that for the next generation. We probably can't do it for teens now. And I say that with a heavy heart, but actually we probably, you know, we're too late to save some of our young people in terms of that. But the next generation coming through, I think we can make a big change. So children from 0 to 10, I think we can make a big change right now.
Lucy, lovely to speak to you. Thank you. Lucy Smith there from Bradley Stoke, telling us about her own experience of the downside of smartphones and how her daughter gave her phone up at 14. Yesterday, the government announced plans for a 3-week consultation on children's screen use, which will form the basis of the first ever official guide